Hello to all my friends out there. So, I became aware of another emergency low-cost 3-day meal by Jan from New York City Saves Money. She had 6 bananas or 3 apples. Yeah, this really is true that apples are twice as expensive as bananas. I just bought some today. 1 dozen eggs, oatmeal or saltines, and then vegetable soup made out of split peas and a small can of sliced carrots, and she had a bouillon cube. So okay, part of being getting by and making sure you have enough food is to be careful with your food. I made mention on Jan of New York City Saves Money that I would work in salons, hair salons, and I would stand next to people and we would earn essentially the same amount of money. And in one case, this one gal's kids got food poisoning out of her own refrigerator because the kids were that hungry. I can tell you 1,000,001 stories about the people that I work with. But the one thing none of them pretty much did was stockpile any food. Are you kidding? They couldn't be bothered to be doing that. They were busy going to the casino. They were busy paying for their boyfriend's dinner as soon as they got paid. I mean, I could go on and on. So I have 2 cups water. And I make no apologies for the condition I'm in because my son and I work extremely hard, not just for 1 year, not just for 2 years. I work 3 jobs and I went to school most of the time, full time. I'm never sick, and I think part of it is I have frozen bananas. But what I'm really doing is I'm making a big fat smoothie because I want to use my yogurt that I made. Okay, so the other night I took time out of my life to make homemade yogurt. I bought my yogurt for 32 cents, and I used up the milk that was in my refrigerator, and so now I have yogurt. You may have saw my video where I made Parmesan tomato and basil bread homemade. So you get the idea that it's just not magic what's happening here. Some of it involved some work on my part. So what I'll do is just let my bananas go bad. I froze them when I wasn't going to use them. I made yogurt. I stockpiled powdered milk. I mean, how many hours have I spent saying, people, stockpile food? Go to the food bank. One of my friends, I tried to help her. She didn't want to go to the food bank. When I first went to help her, I gave her money. She wanted cash. She didn't want to work. None of us likes that. Another thing is, I do the eBay, and last month, the third party sales tanked. Was I shocked out of my mind? No. Everything I bought could be sold at a swap meet at a profit. Otherwise, I didn't buy it. So now, tomorrow is the last day of my diet, and I have a big fat smoothie, to fortify myself. And so then I just want to say one more thing to you guys. You haven't seen anything yet. You better start stockpiling food. You better do what you've got to do to make sure you've got food in your house. Don't sit around waiting for the guy next door to help you. You have to help yourself. You have to go get the food. All you have to do is go to the food bank and get the food. If you're that broke, if you're not that broke and you can't qualify for welfare, that means you probably have enough money to buy your own food. Or if you're running out of money, before it gets really critical, you have to figure out what in the hell am I going to do? Not like those people, you know, that I work. Admittedly, though, I have to say a lot of people who are in the hair trades are not the smartest bunch I have ever met. But I think I could learn pretty fast, you know, if I didn't have any food in my house. So check out the $5 challenge. Okay, so now I have 8, so that's $40, and there's tons of food on there. If you bought $20 worth of food using those $5 challenges, you could go quite a while and get quite a bit of food. You know, today when I was going up to Aldi's, it was super annoying up there. But I was determined to do the $5 challenge because sometimes Aldi's can have good deals. So what you want to do, it was really annoying. You saw my sales receipt with none of the prices showing, and then there was a gal, you know, cleaning. Oh my goodness, it was really horrible. I noticed this at a lot of discount places. Well, we're giving you such a good deal that you can put up with all kinds of aggravation, and I was. Because I was determined, because I wanted to make a point about the sausage and the hot dogs, and then the lentil soup. And Jan from New York City Saves Money has split pea soup. That's a good one too. One of the best comments, I'm telling you, one of the best comments was one of the followers said, save all your chicken parts and save all your vegetables so you can make vegetable soup or chicken soup. And so if you don't have any money left and all you have is $5 and you have one of these, and so, you know, now this is something too. The minute I heard that suggestion, what did I do? I got my container and I started putting my vegetables in there, and I got another, and believe me, I'll put my other half of tomato in there. So I told you guys a story about one time I took this chemistry class and the teacher said, what is the definition of intelligence? And I said application of knowledge, and he said, no, that's not right. And so he's right and I was wrong. But if you know to do something like save your vegetables, your leftover vegetables, and you just can't be bothered to do it, you just can't be bothered when you have a few extra dollars to pick up what, this isn't the best one, by the way, pick up some milk and save your bananas and make some homemade yogurt. If there is no application, when you could have prepared, there was nothing to stop you from saying, oh no, I don't believe things are going to get better anytime soon. In fact, there's every indication we're going into a recession. And what does that mean? What that means is that inflation is going to hit. That means everything is going to cost more. So if you can stockpile a little bit here and a little bit there, it's really going to save you money. And at Christmas time, when I have my mini fireplace and my Christmas tree and my turkeys and my full-bodied chickens that I bought, don't say I'm lucky. Because I started preparing a few days ago for Christmas. And you guys can too. Just use the little by little approach. I have a lot of people who, when they first started following me, weren't doing that well and have greatly improved. Opening your life up and saying, hey, this is what I do. I mean, when I am dusting my food storage and I drag it the hell out here to show it to you guys, that is a lot of work. But when you see it, if you've seen my food storage, I have told you guys I bought it 2 cans at a time. I made a special point when I did the car videos to find soup at the cheapest possible price, and it was Aldi's, and I went up there today and all they had was cream of chicken and something else. So you want to go to Walmart now and you want to stock up on that 50-cent soup. So this is what I told you guys a month ago. And I posted the video on Twitter for you guys. And what this woman said is what you will see is less of an assortment. They're going to start closing that down on us. Then you're going to see missing items and empty spaces on the shelves. I said you're going to see the stores looking very scrappy because they're not paying people to maintain them. And then ultimately there could be food shortages. Okay, if there are food shortages, what do you think is going to happen in those food pantries? That is why I've been telling you guys, and I'm not saying it's any joke myself. How many hours and videos have I spent telling you guys to go to the food bank and secure food for yourself now before things get worse? Why do you think I'm growing a garden out there? That's a pain in the ass. I go and I get water for my darn plants, $20, and I lug it upstairs so I can water my stupid garden, which has generated 7 tomatoes. It's not the point of 7 tomatoes. It's learning how to plant a garden so that if there was no food, you guys would have some food. I have said store and stockpile seeds. Why? So you can grow food if something happens. Stockpile water in case the water is contaminated. You've got to have food, water, and a clean, dry place to sleep. And I have always added a vehicle and a weapon and gas. My brother-in-law was in Mount St. Helena when it erupted, the volcano. Then he moved down here when the big giant fires came. So you just never know. And fire season is September here. So am I sitting around, all is well, don't worry? No. I am preparing so that if I got to evacuate, I'm getting the hell out of here with my food, preferably. We also live in danger of earthquakes. So I try to prepare as much as I can in the event of an earthquake. Fortunately, right now I'm living in a high area and I'm not living so much on the San Andreas Fault, but you still never know. So my message has always been prepare. Just say to yourself, do I think I've been through quite a few recessions and I have always come through them pretty well, but never was I so stupid as during these recessions not to know it was a recession. And I think a recession is coming. And I have heard a lot of people on YouTube say, by the end of the year, there is going to be a dangerous recession, possibly even a war. So you want to prepare for a recession. Okay, you guys, God bless you all.